Shmai, welcome, hello. My name is Bernadette Vallely, and I want to talk to you today about climate anxiety and the increasing concern and numbers of people who are feeling anxious, some panic attacks, some with a trauma which underlies their worries about the environment. I'll start by thanking you, whoever you are, for your bravery and your persistence in trying to understand yourself and understand what you're suffering, and knowing that you are connected to the environment and that connection touches you and hurts you because of what's happening on the earth. There is a realization by many people and an even growing number of people that humanity as a whole has not been good stewards to the earth, that humanity as a whole has not been compassionate and kind to other living creatures, and that humanity is not doing enough. This is big. This is a realization. And the anxiety you feel today is based on where you are in your understanding of the climate emergency and species extinction and some of the huge problems that we face together globally. I think something to ask yourself, which might help your perception, is when did you wake up to the environmental crisis? That will be your ground zero, but also your day of awakening, if you like. Because once you realize certain problems, if you read the IPCC report or the State of Nature report or any of the scientific papers, you'll see absolutely logically and scientifically that we have a big problem. And we must own up to that fact. And we must work together as humanity to push forward for solutions. There are solutions. The time that you wake up to that can be a terrible crisis for your soul, can be an immediate crisis or something that goes on over a long period of time. Perhaps you have a friend who's been talking to you about something you haven't wanted to listen, and then suddenly you see the same information from another perspective and you think, wow, that's true. I've been part of that. I have done that. The world, the planet is in such a crucial time that it's important that we do wake up. It's important that we face this crisis together. If you've been suffering from climate anxiety, which is a growing phenomenon, I want to explore with you some of the ways that you can start to heal yourself and you can start to make a positive difference to your life hopefully to your families and the people that surround you. I've been an environmental campaigner for nearly 50 years, and I've seen so many things and explored so many campaigns and issues and watched how we as a group, humanity as individuals and as all of humanity, can work together. We can do things quickly, and we have the technological solutions to most of our problems. So that willpower that's needed to topple our understanding, or waken up our understanding, that's what's really important and really excites me, because I feel we're very close. And as we're very close, and people wake up and realise we're at the precipice here of either a new way of living or danger and annihilation of who we are. When you wake up to that, if you're not worried immediately, then that would be a problem, wouldn't it? So, with my hand on my heart, I'd say thank you for your bravery and for this waking up moment, and for understanding and joining with other people that also understand. You're not alone. There are many. The earth is surrounded by more human beings that support the planet and that do good things for the planet and have low impact lifestyles and don't pollute and don't ruin everything. There are more people doing that than there are people polluting, by a long margin. And just as everything can get worse and bad, so can everything get better and really good. There's always two paths or more paths for us to take. So I believe it is really about your soul waking up and saying, yes, I am a steward of the earth, I'm here. We all eat from the earth every day, we all rely on the earth. And we must be more conscious, if we can, about all the challenges and dangers and situations that we've created around us. And it is us that's creating it, with our lifestyle and our wanting everything. And the consumerism that's been encouraged in the last generation, which is a new thing, is also something that we grapple with, because we want to do the right thing, but we're also enticed by consumerism. And that causes problems. And in our minds, we can start getting confusion, and anxiety arises over simple things. Perhaps we haven't got the right information. Perhaps we try and compare one product in the supermarket to another product that's similar but not quite. I can see how anxiety arises, especially at the beginning when you're learning and you're not sure what's really a good thing and what's really not a good thing. And you feel like you need straightforward, clear information rather than confusion. Also, I think that ecological anxiety truly has been arising from the numbers of people who have suffered terribly from flooding and fires. Imagine having to run out of your house, grabbing whatever you could because a fire has encroached upon your land or your house. Or imagine having to leave your house because raw sewage is coming up through the drains and destroying your house. That's happened to thousands and thousands of people. And there's a rightful anxiety, and some people have PTSD and terrible traumas because of that. And, you know, our hearts go out to anyone who is suffering right now because of environmental trauma, environmental damage. And we can do our bit, can't we, to make sure that we're as resilient as we can be, and also that we support our neighbours and our friends and people who are suffering from environmental emergency. And that support and community that we can share between each other goes a long way in saying, you're not on your own, you're not on your own, I see you, can I feed you, can I offer to help with your children, or whatever's needed in your community that would make it more bearable or better for people who are suffering. Connecting with community is a powerful thing to do. But if you find you're regularly having panic attacks or having ecological anxiety, the number one most powerful thing you can do to heal, to change your mindset, to be more positive, to flood your brain with endorphins, is to go out into nature. Find the wild that is near you. Find where nature will fill you up and nourish you. The local river, a lake, the ocean, a mountain, a woodland, a bit of scrubland, a wetlands area. Everyone has something near them that represents the living earth and living water. If you live on the 25th floor of a block of flats, start growing plants. Have a relationship with living things so that you can touch the soil, which gives you endorphins itself, or go wild swimming and swim in a river or a lake if one's available. All those things are both exercise and they stimulate good feelings in yourself. And even if you can't walk, listen to bird sounds. They stimulate endorphins in the brain. Bird sounds. These days you can look online and see 20 hours of the ocean rippling, or you can get some bird sounds videos, can't you? It's all there for us to heal with. If our nature is to be upset about the problems of the earth, then it is our nature to be a human being, to be conscious of what we've done and account for ourselves, to be conscious and forgive ourselves for the past and try and make up for it in the future by taking specific, positive, actual action towards a better planet. By being conscious of ourselves, living in our truth, creating mental stability and a sense of a clear conscience by being in our truth and owning up to the fact that the planet is in trouble. Mostly we have an instinct as human beings to survive, and you will have that instinct even through periods of depression or silence or not wanting to own up to it and admit to it. And you can see the passion with which those people who are skeptical, they won't read the science because it's too much for them to comprehend. They will eventually come round. But well done to all of you who have woken up to this emergency and give it due consideration. And if you have, then you're an earth steward you're on the side of the earth, go and ask the earth to be nurtured and healed and calmed, and to have your heart beat properly, and to feel good about who you are as a human being, so that you can fight the good fight and do what you need to do within your life, your family, within and around the people whom you work or play. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I ask you, yes, to take a deep breath and know that we have faced terrible situations on earth before, and that a large number of people are using their common sense, their resilience, their willingness to survive and thrive as human beings. And the answers and the solutions and the innovations, they're all there. It's up to us to take this opportunity now and move forward. And your anxiety will ease when you begin action and you start to do something and be part of the solution and part of the huge and growing number of people who are waking up and realizing that the earth needs our help, and we need to be compassionate and responsible, considerate and awake to what's happening.